The U.S. intelligence cannot be so inept not to know Tinubu's election victory is fraudulent, illegitimate. Chimamanda tells President Joe Biden. Adichie, in an open letter to President Joe Biden on Thursday, said, for the U.S. to congratulate Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), declared winner of the 2023 presidential election, deliberately manipulated, is a clear indication that Biden is tarnishing America's self-proclaimed commitment to democracy. Hey guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you once again. One of the Nigerians' famous novelists, Chimamanda Adichie, has lambasted President Joe Biden of the United States of America over the U.S. State Department's congratulatory message to Nigerian President-elect Bola Tinubu. Adichie, in an open letter to the President Biden on Thursday, said for the U.S. to congratulate Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), declared winner of the 2023 presidential election, deliberately manipulated, is a clear indication that Biden is tarnishing America's self-proclaimed commitment to democracy. In the open letter, Adichie said, Tinubu's announced victory by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) was illegitimate, as the process of the February 25th presidential election was not marred by technical fault, as claimed by the INEC, but a deliberate manipulation by the electoral umpire, saying that the election was full of discrepancies and irregularities, which were all shunned by the INEC. Adichie stated in the letter, since the end of the military rule in 1999, Nigerians have had little confidence in elections. To vote in a presidential election was to brace yourself for the inevitable aftermath, fraud. Elections will be rigged because elections were always rigged. The question was how badly. Sometimes voting felt like an inconsequential gesture as predetermined winners were announced. A law passed last year, the 2022 Electoral Pact, changed everything. It gave legal backing to the electronic accreditation of voters and the electronic transmission of results in a process determined by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The chair of the commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, assured Nigerians that votes will be counted in the presence of voters and recorded in a result sheet, and that a photo of the signed sheet would immediately be uploaded to a secure server. When rumors circulated about the commission not keeping its word, Yakubu firmly rebutted them in a speech at Chatham House in London, a favorite influence banishing haunt of Nigerian politicians, I beg your pardon. He retaliated that the public would be able to view polling unit results as soon as they are finalized on election day. Nigerians applauded him. If results were uploaded right after voting was included, then the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress (APC), which has been in power since 2015, would have no opportunity for manipulation. Technology would redeem Nigeria democracy. Result will no longer feature more votes than voters. Nigerians will no longer have their leaders chosen for them. Elections would finally capture the true voice of the people, and the so trust and hope were born. By the evening of the February 25th, 2023, that trust had dissipated. Election workers had arrived hours late or without basic election materials. There was a report of violence, of a shooting at a polling unit, and of political operatives stealing or destroying ballot boxes. Some law enforcement officers seems to have colluded in voter intimidation. In Lagos, a policeman stood idly by as an APC spokesperson threatened members of a particular ethnic group who he believed would vote for the opposition. According to her, the INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu, despite promising a free and credible election, hastily announced Tinubu as the winner of the election without investigating a report of irregularities recorded during the election across the country. Adeche noted that the elections were not only rigged, but it insulted intelligence of Nigerians as there was no legal action to issues of evidence manipulations reported. She said, most egregious of all, the Electoral Commission reneged on its assurance to Nigerians. The presidential results were not uploaded in the real time. Voters, understandably suspicious, reacted. Video from polling stations shows voters shouting that result being uploaded right away. Many took cell phone photos of the result sheet. Many polling units were able to upload the results of the House and Senate elections, but not the presidential election. No one was surprised when, by the morning of the 26th, the social media became flooded with evidence of irregularities. Result sheets were now slowly being uploaded on the INEC portal and could be viewed by the public. Voters compared their cell phone photos with uploaded photos and saw alterations. Numbers are crossed out and rewritten. Some originally written in black ink had been rewritten in blue. Some blunderingly whited out with tempest. The election had not been rigged, but done in such a shabby manner that it insulted the intelligence of Nigerians. As vote continue begin, as vote counting began at INEC, representatives of different political parties, except for the APC, protested. The result being counted, they said, did not reflect what they had documented at the polling unit. There were too many discrepancies. It seems truly perplexing that in the context of a closely contested election in a low-trust society, the Electoral Commission would ignore so many glaring red flags in its rush to announce a winner. It had the power to pause voting counting to investigate irregularities, as it will do in the governorship elections 2 weeks later. Adeche then berated the U.S. government, saying it was shocking that the U.S. State Department congratulated Tinubu and further described the election as a competitive election that represents a new period for Nigerian politics and democracy. American intelligence surely cannot be so inept. A little homework and they will know that is manifestly obvious to me and so many others. The process was impaired not by technical shortcomings but by deliberate manipulation. Asking President Biden to uphold his stance on the need for a true democracy, adding that congratulating Tinubu will be endorsing the illegitimate process that produced him as president. Adeche said, I hope, President Biden, that you do not personally share this cordial concession. You have spoken of the importance of a global community for democracy, and the need to stand up for justice and the rule of law. A global community for democracy cannot strive in the face of apathy from its most powerful member. Why would the United States, which patronizes the rules of law, endorse a president-elect who has emerged from the unlawful process? This Nigeria election was supposed to be different, and the U.S. response must not be business as usual. Congratulating its outcome, President Joe Biden tarnished America's self-proclaimed commitment to democracy. Please do not give shame of legitimacy to an illegitimate process. The United States should be what it says it is, she said. So guys, let's hear from you. Can